Hi, I'm Maureen, and what I'd like to share with you today is a little flow for life transition. Now, in reality, life is always in transition, but there are those times when it's just a little bit more trying, a little bit more stressful. Whether you're moving to a new location, or you're retiring, starting a new job, maybe you've lost someone in your life, or you're going through a breakup. These times in our life when that change is just a little bit harder to get through. And so what I'd like to offer you is a flow that will hopefully ease that transition with a little bit more grace and a little bit more joy. So we're going to include some yoga, some qigong, a little acupressure, a little sound, all sorts of modalities packaged together in one flow that I think that'll be rather easy for you to follow and hopefully do on your own as well. So we're going to start out in a little bit of a qigong stance. So your feet are going to be calf wider than mountain pose, hip width, and your shoulders down. Your arms gently at your side, your pelvis tilted inward slightly so your bottom's not sticking out. It's tilted in, and you're allowing all of your weight to just sink down onto the earth. Let her support you. And just take a breath here. And then I want you to just begin to shake everything off. Shake your hands, move your body, breathe. Key here is breathing with awareness so that all the stagnation begins to move out. Get all the channels of energy flowing in your body. Breathe. And as we come back to center, we're going to go into a qigong pose called bamboo. The males will take female energy, yin energy, right in front of their lower belly, lower dantian area, and the female hand, the male hand behind. So the left hand in front, right hand behind. Females will take yang energy, male energy, directly in front, and the yin female energy behind, leaving just a little space between the hands and between the hand and the belly. In your qigong stance, I want you to pretend that you're a piece of bamboo out in the wind. And as this wind is blowing, strong, gale force sometimes, we just allow our body that is rooted, like the bamboo, rooted in the earth, to flow and be flexible with change and mystery and magic of life, even in these harder transition times. Know that you're being guided every step of the way. And breathe and move and flow. Wherever the wind takes you, safe and secure. And then we come back to center, feet grounded. We're going to take the hands up to the sky and clasp them, stretch up and then over to one side. And as you stretch lightly to this side, you're energizing the whole gallbladder meridian in the body, which has a lot to do with decision making in our lives. So let's open ourselves up to the ease of making decisions. And breathe, and then ride it over to the other side and stretch. And as you recenter, bring the hands down to your sides. We're going to step our right foot back into what's called an elevated lunge. So you're going to get balanced, stable, front knee over ankle. And we're going to come into a mudra called Earth Mudra, Prithvi Mudra, the thumb and the index finger, arms out from our sides to get your balance. This is all about grounding, earth balance. And here we gently affirm, in gratitude, I release the old. We step the feet together, add the middle finger now into Apan Mudra. Apan Mudra is all about new beginnings, liver energy, bursting forth into the new. Here we affirm, in joy, I embrace the new. Now back to Earth Mudra. Step the left foot back and ground. In gratitude, I release the old. Step it forward. Add the middle finger. In joy, I embrace the new. Again, step it back. In gratitude, I release the old. In joy, I embrace the new. In gratitude, I release the old. In joy, I embrace the new. In gratitude, I release the old. In joy, I embrace the new. One more time. In gratitude, I release the old. In joy, I embrace the new. Now 3 circles with your arms. Set that energy in motion. And then bring the hands down to your sides. Take a breath. And then gently fold your upper body forward. Now if you have high blood pressure, be careful with this. Don't go all the way forward. But leaning yourself forward, you're allowing the neck and the shoulder area to stretch out, releasing tension there, as well as in your lower back. And just begin first to dangle and breathe. And then if you choose, you can go into this little chip move, making the hu sound, like H-U, which is the healing sound for the spleen in traditional Chinese medicine, Taoist tradition. And we just, every time we bounce, we make the hu sound. So it looks and sounds like this. Hu, 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 hu. Just let it go. Hu, 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 hu. And then stretch, dangle, breathe. And bring fingertips to the mat. And we're going to step back into downward dog with our feet hip width apart, our hands shoulder width apart. If you can't go into down dog, lower your knees and just come into tabletop. If you can come into down dog, check your weight alignment, front and back body. And we're going to take a couple of big breaths here. Let that weight sink down. And then lowering the knees down to the mat, uncurl your toes, and press your bottom all the way back to extended child, lengthening the spine. And turning it into full child, either by bringing your hands palms up back by your feet, or making loose fists with your hands and resting your forehead on the backs of the hands. Just allow yourself to be supported by the earth for a couple of big breaths. And then rising slowly with your head last so that you don't get dizzy. Fold yourself over. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Give them a little shake out. And a little drumming along the sides of your thighs. And this is going to take us into a few acupressure points for grounding, stability, release of stuck emotion. We're going to begin with kidney 1, bubbling wells, on the bottom of our feet about a third of the way down in a little dip, kind of between the second and third toes. And I like to use my thumbs on this point. Now it's key with acupressure that we take nice, long, slow, deep breaths to get the energy moving through these channels. So start with some gentle pressure on that point and begin to breathe in and out. And as you exhale, begin to deepen the pressure. Breathing nice and slow. This will bring the heat down from the upper body. So it's really helpful if you have insomnia. Do this about a half hour before you go to bed. It helps to stop that monkey mind, the crazy thoughts, again by drawing that heat down. It's repetitive thoughts. Breathing in and out. And now, just very gently, don't release it all at once. Just begin to let that pressure go. And come into cross-legged if that's comfortable for you, or whatever seated position is. And we're going to move to a point called gallbladder 14. Gallbladder 14 is located right above the physical eyes, right? So if you went straight line up from the pupil of your eye, move your fingertips back and forth gently. I like to use my middle fingers. You might find just a slight dip right there. And with very, very light pressure, I want you to hold those points and breathe. This brings clarity, also releases those repetitive thoughts. Very calming. Just breathe and hold. Gently release that pressure. Draw the hands down, and we're going to come to a point called lung 1, which is all about letting go of stuck emotions, letting go of grief. It's located right about in here, so kind of where the arm attaches to the body. There's a little bit of a fleshy point. It's probably a bit sore. I always like to say if you're wearing suspenders, it's kind of where you put your thumb to hold the suspenders. So find that point. Use 2 or 3 fingers if you're not sure that you're on the right point. You'll find it. And instead of holding it this way, what I'd like you to do is cross your wrists, come into the point, and begin to apply pressure, and breathe. And a little more pressure. Just keep that going with your breath. Releasing whatever's stuck. Whatever's not serving you. Slowly exhaling all your old air out. Let that new air flow back in. Fill your lung space. Big breath in and out. And then gently begin to release. You want to hold these points for at least a minute, no more than 3, but at least a minute. And from here we're going to go to a point called Sea of Tranquility, conception vessel 17, located right in the middle of the chest area. And you can use all of your fingers if you like. Just place both hands right there, in the middle of the chest area. And begin to breathe in and out as you apply pressure. And so now with our hands here on the Sea of Tranquility point, in the center of our chest, bring all of your awareness to the beating of your heart into your hands, the direction of the heart. Coming into a calm place within you. And breathe. And now if you choose, I'm going to go into the Taoist healing sound for the heart to increase the frequency, the vibration of holding this point. And it's simply Ha, H-A. So you can tone with me or just do it inside you. Bring your hands down to your knees. Allow all of that energy to flow now beautifully through you. As we come into an affirmation to tie this all together, it goes like this. I gracefully embrace new beginnings, divinely supported every step of the way. I gracefully embrace new beginnings, divinely supported every step of the way. I gracefully embrace new beginnings, divinely supported every step of the way. I gracefully embrace new beginnings, divinely supported every step of the way. And now just draw your hands back up to your heart space. Bring your breath and your awareness there. In gratitude for all the love and all the blessings in our lives, even when transitions are difficult. Know that we're supported, that we're cared for, that we're loved. And I send you my love, that you might get through whatever it is in your life that might be difficult at this time, with ease and grace and joy. Blessings to you, and namaste.